Welcome to a new Dynasty Warriors Origins Ultimate Warrior Challenge Guide. It's always a mouthful. This time we're going to tackle the assault on Xiapi, where we have to defeat Guan Yu before he retreats to the castle. And in my opinion, this is one of the, if not next to Lui Bei, the most difficult ultimate challenge to complete. And that is because Guan Yu is so tanky, but there is a way that you can actually do this. I've tested this twice and it worked for me, so yeah, hopefully this will help you achieve this challenge. Let's go through equipment first. So for equipment, I'm using the Lurking Luan. Again, you need to use the weapon that you're most comfortable with. For me, this is the Lurking Luan. I also use the Ascendance Gem just to make sure that I have extra block chance towards Guan Yu. Next, which is a bit more important and different than other Ultimate Warrior challenges I do, is the portable items, where I use the Musu Bond, the Strength Potion and the Pansea, just to get as much damage as possible into Guan Yu. So one of the first things you have to do, or at least to make this challenge a little bit easier, is you need to move to the western top base and take that. And when you took that base, you can move towards Guan Yu. And the reason why you do that, and here I'm at Guan Yu, the reason why you do that is that that base will be a little bit of a buffer between Lui Bei and Zhang Fei that will fight against Cao Cao. And if they get through, they will defeat Cao Cao quite quickly. On the eastern side, you don't want to help, because otherwise your troops go towards the floodgates, where Guan Yu then will help and then go back towards the Xiapi castle. You just want to make sure that you get room for yourself. The biggest challenge here is to defeat Guan Yu within time frame, and he is really tanky. So what I do is that I use the Musu Bond, and I took Lui Bei as partner just to make because I like Lui Bei. He has quite hard hitting attacks using the red hair, getting a lot of damage in, doing a lot of fortitude damage is really good. If you don't have Lui Bei and you didn't unlock him yet, you can use Guan Yu. He's good as well because he's using the sword, so you can use the Divine Eagle Dance to work with, get through the fortitude. And here you can just go and will on Guan Yu. And I use every trick in the book to get as much damage as possible. Maximizing my bravery, using the Ice Luan skill as well. It's really good to break fortitude and just continue on. One of the reasons I also use Lui Bei is that his attacks are really good at clearing the vicinity. And you just want to have Guan Yu and you don't want to deal with anything else. You do have these archers and the archery towers to deal with. So Lui Bei is really good at clearing all the officers and all the normal soldiers, making you just fight Guan Yu. So that's why I took Lui Bei as my officer. That's why he's my number one for this one. So I'm using everything I can. So here he is, at this moment he's trying to charge his Musu attack. And I'm just keeping range because I know I don't have the bravery to break it. So it's now done. And now I can start just wailing on him. And I don't want to spend any bravery unnecessarily. And I want to get to my first Musu rage. So I'm filling up that bar because then I can do it twice in a row, which is really handy. And I'm just trying to will to Guan Yu. And the thing is that the challenge here is getting him down fast enough before other scenario objectives have been met, because otherwise he starts moving and it just gets annoying, because he just moves on towards the floodgates and then he moves back again, and you pretty much here I'm at have him at the front of the castle at the gate, which makes it really easy for me just to keep him there and just keep the damage up. And we're just going to continue on and trying to do as much damage as possible. So I'm using the Pansea, I'm using the attack strength potion as well, as efficient as possible, because I want to maximize the damage I do with Guan Yu. He is so tanky. He's like Lui Bei the second in here. And they did it with a reason. So, and I did reset a few times just to get it optimal, because he is just hard. Because if you do not do enough damage, and he gets back, you just not fulfill it. So it's really hard. So you just need to make sure you get also really good points where you can reset if needed. This is one of the hardest ones. Right, it really took me a long time. I think this challenge took me from all other challenges the most time next to defeating Lui Bei to get red hair. But this is just really challenging. Just trying to will on them. So here this is a really good one. So here I'm spending my bravery, broke his shield. So there I look at like, oh, I'm gonna break his shield. Now I'm doing Musu Rage because I shot him far away. Go towards him right away. But now I'm doing my attack potion. And now I'm going right into him and just trying to do as much damage as possible. The Ice Luan does really a lot of damage towards him, which is really helpful. So I use that a lot. So here I'm pushing back and then do more damage on him. He takes so much damage. It's just unbelievable how long it takes to get him down. That's why it's for a lot of people hard to get this one. And I looked around a little bit and I see a lot of ads like, how do you get him down? And get in mind that I did this the first time on level 70. So it's way to do. If you're lower than level 70, I wish you good luck, but it's really difficult to do. This specific video, I am level 100, which makes a difference. Not that much of a difference, but it does make a difference. But it still takes me this long to get him down. It's just ridiculous how tanky he is. It is actual. If I look at all the Ultimate Warrior challenges, this is actually the Ultimate Warrior challenge. This is a level where you really need to use your items. You really need to be really effective and doing the map as efficient as possible. Because looking on the map now, if you're looking at the eastern side, they still didn't breach the floodgates. Lui Bei breached the first base, but he didn't reach Cao Cao yet. I bought myself a lot of time just to keep Guan Yu at the front of the gate. And that is one of the things what I was trying to figure out. How can I keep Guan Yu at the front of the gate without Lui Bei assaulting Cao Cao and defeating him, losing the scenario, or having the other ones, or have the other side going to the floodgates. That's why I only take one base in the beginning and not two. That's the reason. Because if you take two, and I tried that as well, you get more morale. And more morale here is not a good thing. Because then the officers do get through the floodgates. And then Guan Yu starts moving. So I found that, and I tested this twice, I found this way is the best way, just to keep him in front of the gate without too much trouble. And it does give you a lot of time. So I think that even now, even if I had another 2 or 3 minutes, so here the challenge conditions are fulfilled. Even if I had another 2-3 minutes, yeah, I still think it. So I think this is the way to go. If you don't cheese it or anything, I think there are some cheese scenarios in there. And then you're just gonna go for Lui Bei and Zhang Fei and clear them up. That is easy. Use the surroundings and use the bases to refill your health if you need that. Guan Yu hits really hard, so I needed it at least. And here you have Lui Bei down, and you can also here have Zhang Fei down. And then you just have to go towards the castle. The castle's quite easy. Then you have to face Guan Yu as well, but he's not as tough as he was. So yeah, here you go towards the side of the castle. Quickly help and support there. Luan? Yes, defeat Luan. And then when you defeat the last officer, here you defeat Luan. Then when you defeat the last officer, you can you go toward Guan Yu and you win it. So I used everything in the book trying to get this done. I tried multiple strategies, and this strategy was one that worked really well. Just on all fronts to keep Guan Yu at the front of the castle and giving me the time to actually defeat him. So I would recommend taking this strategy. If you have any other strategy that works, feel free to leave it in the comments. This just helps everybody to achieve this challenge. But this one has worked for me. And then you finally have that Crescent blade, which is actually a quite fun weapon to work with. So yeah, you need it for the achievement anyway. So I hope this guide helped. So if it helped, leave it in the comments. Like the video if it helped. That really helps the channel out and is really appreciated. So here I do the last hit on Guan Yu. Actually finished this Ultimate Warrior challenge. I wish you all good luck.